Breaking on Wink News at 6:30, firefighters rush to a mobile home park. What we're learning about a dangerous situation for neighbors.
Plus a green slime invasion. More canals are seeing toxic algae this weekend.
And time is running out to rescue boys trapped in a Thailand cave. The new threat they're facing now on Wink News.
Wink News, the Weather Authority.
First at 6:30, rain on the radar and plenty of movement in the tropics. The Weather Authority is tracking all of it for you. Meteorologist Zach Malak tells us what to expect. Zach.
Yes, Brittany. In fact, the main movement in the tropics is actually weakening of Tropical Storm Beryl. It was a hurricane this morning and was only a hurricane for 30 hours. Now seeing it back a tropical storm strength. That's when you see wind speeds below 74 miles per hour and above 39 miles per hour. So right now we are seeing wind speeds at 50 miles per hour, and it is moving quickly to the west-northwest at 17 miles per hour. So this is still forecast to dissipate in the next 2 days. So by Monday afternoon, Beryl will be no more. We'll continue to track the remnants of Beryl as it can increase some rain showers just south of our area in mid-next week. But nonetheless, that storm not going to be an issue for us at all, as we've been saying. Tropical Depression 3, though, is forecast to strengthen in the coming days. Still, though, not going to be an issue for the entire United States. If it does strengthen into a tropical storm, it will be Tropical Storm Chris. So we're watching out for that strengthening. Also watching out for the continuation of the weakening of Beryl. Right now, we are watching some storms inland, isolated showers, though, now back across Glades and Hendry counties. Really, the strongest storm now just east of Naples, as well as just east of the Golden Gate Estates. It is back building to the west. So if you live on that western side of the estates, maybe seeing some light to moderate rain here, as well as some thunder and lightning. Besides that, all those storms dissipate for this evening. Temperatures back in the 80s. A complete look at your Sunday forecast, plus a closer look at the tropics, all coming up.
Zach, thank you. Breaking news, a fast-moving fire puts a neighborhood at risk. A mobile home went up in flames in South Fort Myers off St. Carlos Boulevard, not far from Love Boat Ice Cream. Officials tell us that the 911 caller says the trailer was fully involved along Sunset Strip. Both flames and smoke poured out of the trailer. No one got hurt. Two people that lived inside of that trailer, they got out. First responders arrived on scene to make sure everyone was okay.
The other gentleman who is a renter here who was on scene, he is fine. He has been looked at by medics. He is physically okay. We feel he's being well taken care of. We have Red Cross. We have other activities going on to take care of him later this evening.
The cause of the fire is under investigation. Officials say they have no reason yet to believe the fire is suspicious.
And this weekend, it's not just the rain that you need to look out for, but also this blue-green algae. This is brand new video over the Caloosahatchee between Fort Myers and Cape Coral. Swirls of green slime are slowly making their way downstream. Now let's take you into the Cape. These are brand new images from Lido Canal. The toxic algae there is spreading right behind neighbors' homes. A group of Southwest Florida legislators want the governor to declare a state of emergency, which they say will fix the problem even faster by allowing him the discretion to spend the money necessary. Meanwhile, boaters and people who live along the water in Southwest Florida are concerned for their health.
And it was just sludgy soup this morning. I scratched my leg before I got in the other day, and all I could think about was, am I going to get flesh-eating bacteria while I'm out paddleboarding in the water? And I try not to fall in, right? And so it's, you don't feel good about being in the water.
The Army Corps of Engineers is working to speed up repairs on the Herbert Hoover Dike. In a few years, we shouldn't see as many water releases from Lake Okeechobee, which contribute to the algae problem.
We're also tracking water conditions in North Fort Myers. Here's new video from Marina Town. The algae has been lingering there for days. Restaurant owners and businesses say the site is unwelcoming and causing a dip in sales. A boat detailer we talked to says the algae is affecting how he does business.
Definitely doesn't make me want to jump in the water and clean boats or get any type of water on me. It's definitely a mucky situation. Smells, it's not pretty, and we don't know what's in the water.
People living near the marina say this is the worst the algae has been in decades. And algae isn't the only water quality issue we're dealing with here in Southwest Florida. Red tide is also spreading along parts of our coast. The latest map shows what to expect through the weekend. There are medium concentrations in orange here off the Lee County coast and high levels in red off of Charlotte County. And as many of you know, red tide causes breathing problems as well as kill fish and other marine life.
People who are passionate about water quality will take a stand tomorrow. The South Florida Clean Water Movement will gather for a rally at the Franklin Lock and Dam in Alva. They'll demand a better solution to stop algae blooms. The rally is set for tomorrow morning from 11:30 until 2 p.m. Wink News has been following the push for better water quality in Southwest Florida. Our complete coverage continues on the Wink News app, including the letter pushing for Governor Scott to declare a state of emergency.
A new video shows thick black smoke billowing into the skies right here. Many drivers saw the smoke rising from I-75 this morning. And here's where it all came from. It came from a car that went up in flames right there. It happened on I-75 near Bayshore Road in North Fort Myers. Firefighters rushed to the scene to put out the flames. It's unclear if anyone got hurt.
New information on Wink News. A total of 3 stairwells are now blocked off at an apartment complex. Neighbors fear for their safety as conditions worsen at the Sunrise Towers in Fort Myers. Last night on the Nightbeat, we showed you one of the stairwells collapsed. Wink News reporter Chris Grisby returned to that complex today to see if anything is being done to fix these problems.
I pretty much think that the whole building is going to collapse if the stairs collapse.
Tanea Addison is being careful where she steps. 3 out of 5 stairwells at Sunrise Towers in Fort Myers are now deemed unsafe. Tenants like Addison fear for their safety.
All around it's not a healthy environment. It's not a safe environment.
A flight of stairs collapsed Friday at the Fort Myers apartment complex. The result? Yellow tape and doors bolted down.
Are we ready to move?
Signs like this have been plastered all across this apartment complex, warning people not to take the stairs. And people I've been speaking with say problems only get worse. For example, right over here, here's a railing, but it's blocked with plywood so children don't fall off because the bars, they're missing.
I don't feel comfortable with having my kids out here, let alone bringing a newborn here.
Since 2017, more than 30 complaints against the complex have been filed. From mold and mildew inside showers to property maintenance issues, people living here are fed up.
It's so bad we can't even sit in a tub. We have to stand. We only can take showers.
The average price for rent here is about $850 a month. And the big question here now is the push for change fast because many people living here are
Paying rent on time.
Reporting in Fort Myers, Chris Grisby, Wink News Now.
We tried reaching the management of the complex several times, but their doors were locked and their phones disconnected. The complex also declined to comment yesterday when our crew pressed them for answers.
And we're seeing incredible video as protesters flood a Chicago highway. These people are fed up with gun violence in their city, and they're putting pressure on public officials to do more to stop violence plaguing Chicago. The huge crowd shut down traffic for several hours today.
Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down!
The protesters are also drawing attention to the need for better schools and employment opportunities on the south and west sides of the city. Chicago police say the city has had 252 murders and 1,100 shootings in the first 6 months of the year. And relatives are planning to honor the life of a Florida woman killed by an alligator. Family members plan to open the animal shelter in memory of Shizuka Mizuki. The Broward County woman went for a walk with her dogs last month. A gator pulled her into the lake in Davie. Her family says she loved animals and treated her rescue dogs like her children. They plan to raise donations to open that shelter.
We're learning new details about a firework accident that killed a teenager. Tampa police say 16-year-old Joseph King was holding a tube with a mortar in it when the firework exploded. The blast caused severe injuries to his left hand and upper body. First responders rushed him to the hospital where he later died. Police say it's a sad reminder to always light fireworks on a flat surface and do not hold them.
And all new on Wink News, a Florida cop is without a job accused of rummaging through a woman's car and stealing money. Surveillance video shows someone going through the vehicle outside a restaurant in Volusia County. Investigators say it's 31-year-old Anthony Contino. The off-duty officer denied taking money in a beach umbrella, but investigators later found the items in his garage. He is now fired from Volusia County Beach Police and facing theft charges. The Secretary of State is on his way back from North Korea. The talks may have not gone as well as officials had hoped. What North Korea says went wrong in just minutes.
But first, crews are in a race against the clock to save a dozen boys stuck in a flooded cave. The latest details on the efforts to save the Thai soccer team.
And we have some rain showers, mainly inland at this hour. Seeing isolated showers still over LaBelle, as well as a storm just southeast of Naples. A closer look at Doppler radar, plus a complete breakdown in the tropics coming up.
Rescuers in Thailand are racing against time to free a youth soccer team and their coach from a flooded cave. The group has been trapped in the cave for 15 days and now monsoon rains are moving in. Weekend News reporter Kenneth Craig has the latest.
As heavy rain fell, rescuers in Thailand continued working on a plan to pull the soccer team and their coach from the flooded cave. Among possible options, creating a canvas inflation tube to extract the boys without having them dive.
It will be as big as 70 centimeters in diameters and as long as it needs to be to get the kids out or get supplies in.
On Saturday, 3 workers trying to drill down into the cave were injured in a fall at the site. It happened just one day after a volunteer helping with the rescue effort died. Still, Thai officials are optimistic. This engineer says water levels in the cave have substantially decreased from draining efforts, but the rain and air inside the cave remain a concern. Oxygen levels have dropped to an alarming 15%, and officials say the boys are weak. Earlier, Thai Navy SEALs delivered these emotional letters from the boys to their anxious parents. In them, the kids wrote, "Mom and Dad, don't worry about me. I am fine. We want to eat many foods and go straight home." Heavy monsoon rains are expected on Sunday, threatening further flooding in the cave. Thai officials say they may have to act very soon if they want to bring the boys out alive. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, New York.
The Thai soccer coach trapped with the boys has also written a letter apologizing to their parents.
Terrifying situation. Meteorologist Zach Malak joining us now, and we are seeing some rain ourselves.
Yes, we are seeing a little bit of rain now inland. Had a lot along the coast earlier on today. In fact, Pagefield, Central Fort Myers picked up over 1.25 inches. But in fact, only 2 miles away here at Wink News, the studio's right on Palm Beach, First Street going to downtown Fort Myers, didn't see a drop. So it's amazing how sometimes we get a lot of rain in one localized area and absolutely zero rain in other areas, and seeing that really at this hour. Clewiston, Moorhaven, LaBelle, now mornings though expected next Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, Zach, thanks. Dramatic images showed the devastation left behind by a wildfire in California. This happened in Santa Barbara County. Video from overnight shows the orange glow of the flames. The fire damaged or destroyed at least 20 homes and structures. Thousands of people evacuated to safety.
And North Korea slammed what it called the United States gangster-like mindset and denuclearization talks. The harsh words came just hours after Secretary of State Mike Pompeo described the negotiations as productive. North Korea, in stark contrast, warned that the talks may falter and that the attitude of the U.S. delegation was, quote, regrettable. And the Trump administration wants more time to help reunite children separated from their families at the border. The U.S. District Judge has ordered the Justice Department to share a list of more than 100 children under the age of 5. A Justice Department attorney says the administration has matched 86 parents to 83 children so far.
Coming up
tomorrow.
All right, Andrew. Thank you so much. Let's get a final look at weather.
Same old over the next 7 days. In fact, dry mornings expected for your Sunday and Monday. So that's some better news. Better rain chances, though, return for the mornings Tuesday through late next week. If you're already looking ahead to next weekend, like many of us usually are, dry mornings also expected Saturday and Sunday. And also a quick mention of the tropics. We do have that Tropical Depression 3 that is forecast to strengthen, though no impact to the United States land, and Beryl will weaken completely by Monday afternoon. And then we won't say that name again until 2024.
We like that.
Yes, exactly. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock. Have a great night.